The Story of Philosophy by Will Durant. Audiobook summary and review by Story Shots. Most of your beliefs are not conclusions, they're accidents of birth. Introduction. Every opinion you hold, every decision you make, every argument you win or lose was built by philosophy. The questions Plato asked about justice still determine how your government works. Spinoza's ideas about freedom still shape what you believe you deserve. That's the thesis of The Story of Philosophy by Will Durant. Philosophy isn't history. It's the code running underneath everything you think is common sense. Philosophy isn't what they think. It's how you already think. You don't do philosophy. You are philosophy, whether you realize it or not. Every time you argue about fairness, you're echoing Plato. Every time you weigh consequences before acting, you're channeling Aristotle. The ideas that feel like common sense were radical positions that got people killed. You think you're forming your own opinions, but you're running someone else's code. Philosophy is not a spectator sport. Every thought you have is someone else's argument come to life. Knowing the source code changes everything. The philosophers were solving your problems, not theirs. Socrates wasn't asking, "What is justice?" because he was bored. Athens was tearing itself apart over it, just like your country is now. Nietzsche wasn't declaring God is dead to be edgy. He was diagnosing the psychological crisis that happens when civilization loses shared meaning. Francis Bacon wasn't inventing the scientific method for fun. He was trying to free humanity from superstition. Every philosopher was solving a crisis. Political chaos, moral collapse, the death of meaning. Philosophy is the front trench in the siege of truth. The problems haven't changed, but you don't have the tools they built to answer them. You're not thinking for yourself until you know what you inherited. You think your worldview is yours. It isn't. You inherited it. Your politics, your ethics, your concept of freedom were built by Locke, Rousseau, Marx, Nietzsche. Most people spend their lives defending positions they never chose, arguing with frameworks they never examined, using logic they never questioned. Real intellectual freedom starts when you see the inheritance clearly. When you understand that all men are created equal, is Locke filtered through Jefferson. When you recognize that survival of the fittest doesn't come from Darwin, but from a philosopher named Spencer who misunderstood him. When you realize the difference between what Nietzsche actually said and what internet memes claim he said. To know the origins of a thing is to have power over it. If this changed how you think about thinking itself, someone in your life probably needs to hear it too. Final summary. This summary of The Story of Philosophy by Will Durant connects three insights. Philosophy isn't academic history. It's the operating system you're already running. The great philosophers weren't solving abstract puzzles. They were solving the same crises you face. And you're not intellectually free until you see what you inherited. The full version includes Plato's vision of the ideal state and why it failed, Spinoza's radical argument that freedom is understanding necessity, Voltaire's dismantling of religious authority, and Schopenhauer's dark psychology of human desire. These aren't footnotes. They're the missing pieces to arguments you're having right now. The full summary of The Story of Philosophy is being prepared for the Story Shots app with visual infographic and animated video. Follow the book to get it when it's ready.